Greetings! Today we're going to talk a little bit about rainbows. So, I posted a sort of experiment about opacity with UV resin, and this is kind of a build upon that. So, I've got two little examples here about rainbows that are kind of taking careful of opacity and such, so I thought I would do some more messing around and show you guys what I came up with. I have a tray with a thin bit of clear underneath it right now, and you can do this in an orderly way or a not so orderly way. I have 4 pigments mixed up in 4 different cups that I'm going to play with, and the orderly way is kind of like this, where you have very distinct stripes from each other, and then depending on what you do after with it, you can blend it together and drag it around and make fun, interesting little things with it. The more resin you work with at once, the more distinct lines you can make and the more neater, but it's a liquid. It's not really going to behave the way you want it. So let's see what we can play with right now. So I'm going to start with this one, and I'm just going to collect, probably using a tool of some form is handy because you don't really want to pour it, because it's definitely not going to behave then. So I'm just going to pour a little bit in, then stop. We're going to kind of push it down here like that. And we'll just do that. I'm going to take my next layer, which I think will be orange. Drag a little bit. Drip it. And a little bit more. Now you can kind of see that you can still see through the resin, which means it should cure, hopefully, because this piece I'm mad about, apparently it wasn't cured all the way through, and now it's all warped and bubbly because the stuff underneath was still liquid and it just went fuck you, I'm seeing out to the world. So yeah, that's what happened with that one, and I'm not very pleased by it. Now let's go with some gold on a different colored stick, or a close enough colored stick. Whoopsies, too much. And the last one. Now from here we've got a couple of options as to what we want to do. We can just leave it like this, cure it, and then if we don't like the opacity, we put another layer behind it of these different colors, and kind of create a built-on dimensional effect. So, you can take your stick or other tool and you can drag your colors up, mix them together a little bit. You can make a swirl pattern by, like, dragging the surface and kind of messing with it to create a spirally effect. But I think I've done what I wanted to do here, and I think for that one I'm going to leave it alone. Now there's the more chaotic one where you just pour this shit wherever the hell you want. So I'm going to start with my more bold colors and then begin to dilute them. So let's take this big old star because it's got a big canvas. So I'm going to gently pour in one general direction. Then I'm going to take my orange and kind of pour alongside it. Letting it do what it wants. Taking a third color kinda think I'm gonna pour it right here. And now I'm also gonna swirl it on top of these colors. And I'm gonna take my lighter colors and just kinda combine it. So we sort of swirl our colors into the others. You can kind of form this weird abstract galaxy effect thing. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here, but I'm gonna show you a variation. I'm just gonna drip some in here, some in here. Okay. This is a handy tool if you found that you've made your piece too opaque and you want to dilute it a little bit. You can even create a little bit of art with it. Just dropping in a bit of clear to form little bubbles. You can kind of see the pigment separating into little bitty bubbles where you dripped the clear. So I'm going to cure that bit because I'm happy with how that worked. Another thing you can do, I have this in clear resin, but I don't have anything cured in it yet. So what I'm going to do, you can see it's still swirling. Yes, still liquid in there. So what I'm going to do is just drizzle my pigmented stuff inside. Till I have what I want. Which, I don't know what that is. So I'm just gonna swirl it around. The pigment kind of suspends in there, and it's really cool. Then I think we're good to go to cure that too. And out came my first batch, but I don't think it's opaque enough for me. So I'm going to mess with it some more. That orange is a little too dark, so I'm gonna fix it with some clear, I think. After I get this mess out of my face. Blech. Gross. There we are. I think I'm gonna pop that and cure it. Here I have my leaves, which I think are cured enough. Yep, they're popping out. Ooh. Huh. Those crevices aren't very defined. Interesting. Still really pretty. And that one. Ooh, oh my god, that's gorgeous. That's gonna be a bitch to clean up, but it is so pretty. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Now, people were requesting these to be done on my Etsy or something so that they could bead them, use them for cabochons, for bezels, and bead embroidery, stuff like that, or even like drill holes through them so they can string them on their pendants or something like that. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Because, yeah, you take another excuse to play with resin because it is pretty fun. And the fall is so festive, but yes. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys would be interested in me creating cabochons and pendants for beadwork. I'm going to leave these. Yes, that is so cool. It's huge too. But I think I might cure it once more just to make it fun. Now for some more unmoldings. Let's go with first. Ooh, pretty, pretty. I like it. Having fun playing with these colors. There's some nice, cute pieces. Swirls aplenty. Ooh, I like that one a lot. It's so swirly. The camera is definitely not picking up any of this, which sucks. But now for this one, this is a nice chaotic mess. Woo. Awesome! So pretty. Alright, so I'm going to leave a slideshow of the finished and cleaned up pieces so you guys can check out what they really look like in their full glory. Alright, I think that'll do it. Did we learn anything today? Maybe. I think we learned quite a bit. It was quite productive. We were playing with colors and again dealing with the opacity issues, so yes, I'm going to polish these up and look forward to a slideshow of what the finished pieces look like. And let me know if you want me to start making Etsy listings about like some cabochons for beading. Let me know what sizes you like, what shapes you like, because I'm probably going to get some more molds, because yay. So yes, be sure to check out my Skillshare classes. I'm going to be probably doing some resin work eventually, maybe. Also check out my PDF tutorials down below on my Craftsy shop. I have a nice compendium and encyclopedia about things and supplies that are interesting to use, and that one's geared more towards epoxy resin, which is something that I don't use anymore, but I know a lot of people like the epoxy because it doesn't stink. But anyway, I'll leave those linked down below. Feel free to check the stuff out. Don't forget to join us on Facebook as well. We have a lovely group dedicated to talking about beady things. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and of course, if there's anything I need to be trying out right now, feel free to leave me a comment down below, and I will see you next time.